Hi, everybody. Hello. How are you doing today? So this is my first Created Thursday Lives. Again, feels a little odd without having Mona or Donna or somebody on the screen with me. And I know that I'm in competition with a lot of other lives right now, or people going to go live soon. In fact, one of my favorite channels is live right now, and I will have to catch their replay. So I'm just going to go by and go through the list and say hi to everybody. Hi, Elaine and Mona and Joyce, Lori, Rita. Rita, I'm so happy for you that you were able to go out fabric shopping. That is a big accomplishment. I'm just excited that you were able to do that. And Deb, my sis Deb, lots of love, Deb. And Terry, hi Don. I'm just going down this list here. And hi Sharon, thank you for joining. Did I say hi to you, Joyce? Hi Shirley. Thank you for coming. And that may be it for now. So the purpose of Created Thursdays is just to go over a new project. And I'm going to show you this project here shortly, but we're going to do different things. I am going to be working on a quilt, but I have other projects going on that I'm just going to work it here with you. I'm not going to do sample blocks or anything. Even with directions, I'm just going to give you verbal directions if you would like to follow along. There are a few housekeeping things I do want to go through and say before I forget. On every live, I will be doing, wait, I saw something about, oh, okay, Rita, I saw that about you resting your legs. Hi, Gladys, how are you? But anyway, I will be giving giveaways for my birthday because I want to celebrate my birthday with you all. Hi, Donnell. Hi, Gladys. Did I say hi, Gladys? You do have to comment, and it will only be on the live. So anytime I go live through the month of March, there will be giveaways. There will be 2 giveaways, and the way to participate is to comment in the chat. You can play the show game or anything. The system just needs to know that you're here. Hi, Jim. How are you? So just comment in the chat, and I will be drawing 2 prizes, one in about 15 minutes and the other one closer to the 45-minute mark. And if I miss anybody, I am sorry. Mona and Deb and my other mods, I know that they will say hi to you. Excuse me. And I just got off of work, so I'm just switching off my train of thinking here. So I will be doing that. Also, Sewing Machine Plus is doing their quilt fest, and I did enter my 2 quilts. I entered my Lisa's Curved Block, and I entered my Millie's Dresses with a Twist. You're able, hi-yo Patty, you are able to vote twice a day for a total of 8 votes in a 4-day period. I'm not asking you to use all your 8 votes on me, but if you can use one, excuse me, if you can use one of them, just so I don't feel like, nobody voted for my quilts. So that starts on the 10th, and I will be putting information out on my community post. The Discord link will drop if you want to join Discord with us on my channel. Just go ahead and people will greet you. They talk to you at all hours of the day. And Deb and Mona have new live dates. So Mona went yesterday at 4 o'clock, and I believe Deb is still going to go at 4 o'clock tomorrow. She's going to go live. So she is taking Mona's 4 o'clock Friday slot, or I'm sorry, 3 o'clock Friday slot. And so yeah, just go out and do that. So what we're going to talk about today is applique. I want to show you a video of a quilt that I am going to be working on. This is, you can follow along. This is my quilt, and I'm just going to show you a few pages. So just give me 1 second and let me get that video up. And let me play it. All right, so that was the quilt. I'm actually going to be doing the last one. And I can't show it again. For some reason, it would not let me share my screen just to show the one image. I will be doing the last one. Let me get back here on chat. Excuse me. My computer's just going a little crazy right now. So if you lose me, I'm sorry. Let me go back up to chat here. Forgive me. So I'm going to be working on that quilt. I will be doing the last 3. I will be doing the last 3 on, or the third one. It's called Night and Day, and it is a journey about my quilting, where I started with just very basic blocks like we all did. And it is going to intersect with some of the things that I love, which is applique quilting. Now, for some of you, thank you, Mona. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. For some of you, it should have a little join thing, and I'm not on YouTube right now. I have YouTube up on my screen, but it's just showing the picture. So this was my first real foray into applique quilting. So don't mind it, because I appliqued this. We were doing this so long with Rita's Roost, and this is her hen, and I know that you've seen it, and this is supposed to be straw. but I wanted to turn it into an applique piece, just a little wall hanging for the month. I never got to March. I mean, January and February never got to March. Um, so I started with this, and I really love the texture of, hi Joe. I really love the texture of applique, and I like designing different things. This was also my first real attempt with thread art, and it's kind of I used Arfill because that's what I had on hand, and so it's a very, very flat. Since then, I've moved to different shinier, brighter colors in that, and this was when I was first starting to free motion quilt. So that was that. And we are not doing any actual sewing. The sewing starts next week. Hi, Zaza. So if you like to applique or you're new to applique, there are different techniques that I use, and everybody does their applique really, really different. Since I got my scan cut, I can get a little bit, I can get smaller and more detailed pieces from my scan cut. But on this quilt that I plan on doing, I'm going to use different techniques. So I have one here, and I don't know if you can see that. But this here, there is no backing. There is nothing. There is no fusible. I like to use flat pieces with no fusible because I'm sewing it on a back piece anyway. And that is so I can layer on texture. If I want to make it very dimensional, three-dimensional, I always start with the flat piece and then build up. And then you have your turn method where you sew a piece of, you can use cloth material, and you just turn it and sew it. Then you have your heat and bond light that you can go ahead and stitch around, and then the heat and bond ultra, which you just pretty much iron on. I don't like sewing through that because my needle gums up on my sewing machine. And then I have when Patty, when I was showing a video for the Millie's dresses on how I did the Millie's dresses, she said it was a trapunto look, and it's not a trapunto. It's not a trapunto technique, but it's a way to raise your quilt. So this is so odd, just not having my Deb and my Mona with me. So I'm going to be using multiple techniques to build this quilt out. And I do use, before I do that, let me get this. I'm going to go ahead and do my first drawing. If you won last time I was live, I'm going to ask that you that I'm going to pass on that one and try again, only because I want to spread the love with everybody. Also, if you are a member, I know I mentioned this and I did a deadline. If you're a member, hi Teresa, Louise. If you are a member and you have not sent me your address, please go ahead and do that. Hi Sherry, thank you for coming. So let me go ahead and do this first. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Not Wubba. And Deb, I hope you're watching this for me. Thanks, Deb, for letting me know. Who got them, Deb? Um, okay. Did it even show a winner? Let me make sure. Deborah Mona, did you see a winner come up? And the winner is nobody. Did anybody win? Oh, you don't see them? Yeah, let me try this again. Streamlabs won. Okay. Maybe Nightbot is not on yet. So let me nobody's gonna win. All right, Joyce K won. Joyce, email me and you can choose. Let's see, Joyce. Pick a number from 1 to 31, but 30, 24, and 26 is already gone. So, Joyce, if you can tell me, just pick a number 1 to 31, except for 24, 26, and 30. And for anybody I missed, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just waiting for that. You want 18? So, Joyce, go ahead and email me, and I will get your prize out in the mail. It probably will not be until Monday. All right, and so I have one more giveaway later in about 30 minutes. So let me move that back out of the way. Okay, and I was going to show you that the fusible fleece that I use, the light, I do use Heat and Bond light, but I actually like the Pelon 911FF. So it's the Pelon 911FF. Let me put it that way. I like using this for a lot of my applique. It is very easy to free motion quilt on. Hi, Sheila and Giovanna. It's really, really easy to free motion quilt. And because I free motion quilt, that's the only way that I do the quilting. Um, that is actually my favorite applique method. I do use the Heat and Bond light, and I do have a roll of that too. These are just some extra ones that I use. I prefer the Pelon actually when I'm working on the sewing machine. And then I use the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold, and that is when I do not plan on using any type of stitch for, I do not plan on stitching it down at all. It is just for a project. I'm going to stick it on a pillow or something. It's not going to get washed very often. I use the Heat and Bond Ultra. And then just to do the turn applique, if I want a little extra fabric, this is actually Lori Holt's. And Lori Holt, I love Lori Holt, but her products are expensive. So I do use a Pellon as well that is just a little lighter weight. It is not fusible, so you can turn it and then iron it down. And again, it is for texture. And I'm now, and some people do not like raw edge applique. I'm a very tactile person. I like to touch things and I like the feel of it. And sometimes I like the puffiness of it, depending on what the quilt is. So I always do it based on a project. When I work on this quilt, and I wish I could put a picture up of it and just leave it there. But when I work on a quilt, um, on this quilt, I'm going to be using all the techniques for this quilt. Some of them I have not tried, so I may mess it up. Hi, Andrea. I may mess it up, and that will be okay. That will be totally okay. Now, the fabrics that I'm going to use, I did order fabrics. I said I was not going to order any fabric for 2025, but I did not have the background that I needed. And I decided to go with a grunge navy blue and a cream grunge just so that there would be additional texture to it. So I'm waiting for that to come in. It should be in early next week, and then I will start the project on that and work on that. So does anybody applique here? Does anybody have any tricks or tips that they can teach us? Joy T, you blew that rule already? I have been really, really good. I did not buy any fabric. And I did say that I would buy if I needed background or something to complete a quilt. In this quilt, because it is going to be an expression of my quilting journey, I am going to or I purchased the fabric. I'm not going to buy anymore. Hey, you all. I was going to say, I was going to tell you. So we've been talking, and if you're on the Discord channel, you know this, but we've been talking about long arms and this Jessica from Sewing on the Bluff. She had a video out where she was showing herself free motion quilting on this juki, and it was a small stand. And I showed it to my husband, and my husband said, "Oh, you can buy it. You can buy it." And I said, "Where?" I said, "Where am I going to put it?" Joe, you love applique? Yeah, I love applique. I said, he said, I said, "Where am I going to put it?" And he's walking around my room trying to measure everything, seeing where it could go. He says, "Well, maybe you can move this and maybe you can move that." And I said, "There's just no room. There really is no room." He goes, "Well, you can set it out in the living room. And then when you need it, you can just go and sew out there." And I asked him, I said, "Well, when I do a live and I want to sew on it in the free motion quilt," I said, "Are you going to let me sit out there with you, work out there with where all the noise is?" And he said no. He said no. I said, "Can I switch out and have the living room and you can come in here?" And he said, "No." He said, "If I can find, you have a friend?" I don't have a garage. Now, we have a shed out back that is a 16 by 20 shed. And he said that I could have the shed and turn it into my sewing room. But yeah, I'm like, no. I like to sew at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to be out there in the shed at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, Joyce, you do reverse applique? So tell me about reverse applique because that's interesting. And I don't know all the names because, you know, most of the times when I am designing a quilt for me, I like to just say, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, and somehow it makes itself, I guess. Donna, did you win? See, see, it does pay out. The Shells game does play out. I am going to be doing my auction at the end of the month, so look for that. It will probably be it's um it's going to be on one of the lives. It might be on this. Hi, Jessica. I was just talking about you. So anyway, he said that I could have that. He said I could have the shed out back. No one won. What? Mona? What? So really, Thursdays is all about creating. And if you have a project, I might, you know, you have a project that you might want to share, you are more than welcome to come up and join me. It is for an hour. You do it the Lori Holt way or use heat and bond, light and cut the centers out, makes it less stiff. That's what I did too. Um, but I love the puffiness that comes across with, again, I just like texture on the quilts. And I was watching QuiltCon. I was watching the videos from QuiltCon, and some of those applique quilts are just gorgeous. I mean, really, really gorgeous. And I said, one day I'm going to get up to that level. One day I'm going to make a quilt that is just going to be so detailed. Bye, Zaza. Thank you for stopping by. So it's gonna be so detailed and I'm gonna love it. I do not plan on talking a lot on the Thursdays as well. There's just gonna be mainly sewing. This is my best friend too. I love glue sticks, but I do not plan on doing a lot of talking because I don't know what to talk about. Sheila, I do it the Kim Deal way. I want to do a Hawaiian quilt applique. And was it Andrea that sent me information on applique that I did not see? And they turn it, you know, they turn the applique or the, yeah, it's turned applique. And I like turned applique, except my hands do not like it. The arthritis in my hands is just, it gets too stiff and I just cannot hand stitch. So I won't be doing that. So everything will be on the, do you heat press using the glue stick or just the glue? I heat press. And it sticks down really, really well. So on this one here that has no, that doesn't have, you know, that word I'm looking for, that doesn't have a backing on it, it's just the material. I glue it down to keep it in place where I want it, and then it washes right out if you put a little water to it. A mini iron and a fine tip on a glue bottle are helpful. Yes. But I'm kind of a lazy quilter. I'm a lazy piecer. I was I was watching Deb's quilt. Lynn was quilting on Deb's quilt. And one of the things that she said in her comments, because I made a comment, was her piecing was wonderful. And I'm kind of a lazy quilter because I like to quilt and I want to piece it and put it on a quilt. my favorite part is the free motion quilting. So I'm trying as hard as I can to get through the piecing to get to the free motion quilting. I probably should get a long arm and just long arm for everybody, and then I'd just be really, really happy. But I do like enjoy appliquing, and at some point my quilts will probably end up being more applique driven quilts versus traditional piecing and blocks. So, but I love using different stitches and different thread to get a different look on my quilts. Hi, Irene. So again, I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I'm sorry if my thoughts are jumbled. It's really difficult trying to introduce a project. Did you all see the quilt that I'm going to be working on? I know some of you, Mona, you lost again. I know some of you joined a little late. And why am I so close? I feel like, what happened here? Why am I just so close? We gotta back this up. I feel like where's my, I feel like I'm so front and centered. What? I don't know what happened there. So I'm going to show you the quilt that I will be working on, blanket stitch. You didn't see it, Giovanna? So I'm going to show you the quilt that I'm working on. There are 3 different pictures. The first was the original design. The second was the design that I was going to do with the applique. The blocks will change. That's not the final selection of blocks. And the third one is what I'm actually going to work on, except again, the blocks may change, the applique blocks. So I will show that again. If I can get this video up. Okay, so the third one is the final selection that I made. The third one is going to be the final selection that I made, and I am sorry, my computer is going crazy here. It's just not doing what it needs to do. Mona, the chat won't even come up on the computer. So I'm going to read the computer on this side, and it feels like it's going. Mona, you lost 4 times in a row. It's just not meant for you to win. I have no clue what is happening here. Seems like everything is just dragging. So what I'm going to do is, hold on one second. There we go. Okay, Giovanna, be very careful. I'm a loser too, Mona. So anyway, I'm going to start on that quilt. If you want to, Melanie, I was showing the block, the final block or the final quilt layout that I chose. You saw it earlier because I shared it on Discord. So if you want to sew along, you do not have to buy a pattern. I am going to give you the sizes for each block. You can make it's a night and day block, so it just mirrors each other, and you can go ahead and do just the basic quilt block if you want to. It should finish at 58 by 58. It should fit just about that. But if you want to do the applique, then the applique is what I'm going to be working on the Thursday lives. And then in between, there may be another project if something comes up that I want to just work on a block, or my mind is too tired to work on an applique block. Transitioning from work mode to Mona did what? Take it. Just take it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mona, that you're not winning. But on the shells game. But that's what I'm going to be working on. This is more like an introduction, and hopefully I will calm down and be able to share something. I appreciate anybody who can teach me something as well. Again, if you have something in the applique world that you want to show, I will also be using my scan and cut. I haven't had a chance to use it very much here lately. Nightbot grow. Joy T, you're so funny. So let me just switch this to here. And I know everybody always asks, what are you working on? What are you all working on? Melanie, do applique with me. Yes, do applique with me. You can get on Discord and we can go offline and we can sew, not on here. We can sew. You can even do applique straight on your cutie without even having to sew anything, piece or anything. You can do it straight on your cutie. And that would be interesting. Joyce, I do not know what the difference is. I know when I was looking it up, they just said that it works. The scan and cut will cut fabric for you. I could not find where a Cricut would cut fabric. So when I made these, I actually cut the circles out on my scan and cut early this morning. And I had another project in there and I could not get it done before work. So before I have to go to work. So I actually cut these out. I will tell you that it is a mess to cut the batting. I tried cutting batting on it and it was kind of a mess. Sheila, you have a UFO with a bunch of hand applique. Oh, put it in a quilt. Make something. Make a wall hanging. Um, Shirley, you do a lot of applique. Yes, applique. I wish. I wish I enjoyed hand sewing more because I think I would enjoy hand applique. But again, oh, it's part of your quilt. Sheila, you need to show it. You need to show it. You need to email it me. Yeah, Deb, I believe it. I believe it. She is very talented. She is very talented. Shirley, you need to come up here one day. You need to join Deb and me and Mona. Laura, you have a scan and cut, but haven't explored all the options. There were two people that I've been watching. I've been watching Becky, and she uses her scan and cut. I've learned a lot from her. And then I watched, I believe it's her name is Courtney from, I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel, but I've been watching Courtney. Again, the batting, I think I need to use the lower tack Oh, Joy T, I'd love to see that. You need to send a picture as you're going too. Applique, I think, opens up a whole different world of quilting. And so if you are, people say they lose their sojo, or that you're kind of in a sewing funk. One of the things that I have found is that I like piecing. Yes, Courtney at All Brands. So Terry, she's so woo. Um, yeah, Lisa Capon is good too. A lot of hers is she does those SVG files, but because you can just scan them right into your computer or right into the scanning cut, you don't really need to buy an SVG file. You can just go ahead and buy a coloring book per Mike Luzas. um, but you can just go and buy a coloring book and use the coloring book, scan it, and it will cut it for you. I did buy that. I am looking to do it so as I make pieces. Joyce, you only have 5 shells. What is up with that? Um, as I make the applique pieces, I will show you some of the process and then we can applique it down. Hi, William. How are you? Thanks for coming in. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And if you did not see this, I know she left, but when Zaza made this, and I'm going to put it as close to the camera as possible, when Zaza made this, she appliqued all these pieces down and she added some buttons and stuff, and her stitching is really, really pretty. I mean, really pretty stitches. And but yeah, you can do applique for so many things, but I'm looking forward to using my scan and cut, and I am looking forward to making this quilt and seeing what it turns out. It might end up being a charity quilt, you never know. But I'm also looking forward to quilting it. So I don't plan on taking forever for on it. I think what I'll do, I sew offline. So in the morning at 3 o'clock when I'm sewing, um, I'll probably show you a scan and cut in the file, and I'll share the files if you want the files. You can also trace it. I do not plan on tracing anything. That's why I invested in a scan and cut, so it can just make it a lot faster, and I can just streamline everything. Mona, I don't know where all your shells have gone. Okay, so again, it's a Thursday starting next week. We are going to start on the quilts, and I'm going to start the with an applique block. With an applique block. Mona, you quit. You're not going to have any shells to bid with when we do the auction. You're not going to have any shells whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw for the next winner, and then we're going to be wrapping it up. I know it's really short, but Katie's on, so you have some place to go, and you don't want to sit here and hear me ramble on and on. Pretty quit while you're ahead. All right, so let me just put this in and hide that from the stream. Okay, Joy T, you've already won, sweetie. Sorry, did you get it too? Did you get your gift? I'm gonna try and do this again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Joy T. You're just too lucky. Mona won 1,000 shells. Katie canceled today and had a bad headache. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, Jordy won. I know, Joe. Well, let's try this. I'm gonna do winner, but she's not winning anything. We're gonna pass. Drinks on bone. Let's see. Okay, and the winner is. Did Joy T win again? Oh my gosh, Joy T. Okay. Oh, we're gonna try this again because if Joy, if your name comes up again, you're just I'm just gonna send it to you. I'm just gonna send whatever you choose if you win again because 3 times is lucky. All right, we're gonna try this again. Okay, so Terry, pick you can pick a number from 1 to 31, but 24, 26, 30, and 18 are gone. So pick, yeah, Joy T, and then you would have to share it with me. There would be some splitting going on. Um, so I'm just waiting for Terry to tell me what number she picks. Terry, Terry, if you can just email me. Yes, Sheila. If you can email me your address and waiting. Okay, you got 13. So make sure you email me. Again, members of the channel, there are a couple of you who have not sent me your email address, and I really want to send out your packages. So if you're a member of the channel and have not emailed me, please email me so I can get that out by Monday. Congratulations, So Terry and Joyce K, for winning today. There will be another giveaway. Not today. Sheila, I did. Did you check your email? I'm going to email you separately, but um, I'm going to email you separately again. But check your email and check your spam because you should have received your prize already. So let me check. Yes, I have you marked off. I sent it, you didn't check it. So check your email or check your spam because you should have received your prize. You, Joy T, and Donna Dixon should have received your gift already. Um, Brenda, I think, do you want to email me again? I think, I can't remember. I have it down that I do not have your address. And you may have emailed me and it's in my spam file or I could not find it. Um, but there's a couple. Rita, I need yours. Of course, I need So Terry's. And so, Terry, if you can email me, you get your prize and you get a little gift coming your way. And then Melissa Run with Quilts. So Melissa, if you watch this in the future, if you watch this on the replay, I need your email as well. But Mona, I don't understand why you keep wanting me to move my tea cart. I won't have any place to iron. So congratulations to all. I hope y'all come back. Bring a sewing project next week, Thursday. Join me as we do the applique. Go ahead and get you some scrap fabric. Y'all have a lot of scrap fabric. And if this is your first time, you can work on a small project and we will just do it together. I will have everything cut out. I will not be doing any trimming or cutting on the lot because it's only an hour. So we are going to, if I do a block, I'm going to try to get as much the block completed during that 1 hour. So it's not less focus on me, more focus on you. And if anybody again wants to join me and show their applique techniques, I would be more than happy to have you come up. Sorry about the spottiness. I would like you, if you want to join Discord, we can always sew on Discord. We can sew on my Discord. We can sew on Mona's Discord. Mona is my sis. We don't care where we sew, but we can sew and learn together. And you have chances to ask questions or share your knowledge. I do have in April, it is going to be a Thursday or Friday towards the end of April. We are going to be doing a virtual retreat for a day. We're going to be doing a virtual retreat. I'm hoping to have other people in Discord show us some how to make some of their makes. I know that Shalom's not here, but Shalom is supposed to show a project. I'm hoping Mona will do a really quick bag. So if you don't know how to put a zipper on, she can go slow and teach us how to do a zipper and get past some of the fears and just create things that we love and expand our knowledge and just learn something new. One of the best things about quilting is that there is always something new to learn. There is always a new technique, something you haven't learned about or heard about. Thanks, Deb, for dropping my email. So I'll give everybody who does not have my email. There it is. Again, the Discord link was dropping. So if you want to join Discord and you're not in there, we do not bite. We are open 24/7. You may get a response, you may not at 1 o'clock in the morning. Thanks, so Terry. So those who won today, yours are physical prizes. So I will get them out in the mail by Monday. Thanks, Laura. And hopefully it will go well and I will get better at this solo thing. But I'm excited. Don't forget on the 10th to go out to Sewing Machines Plus and at least vote for me once. I've got 2 quilts in there. Vote for me once, please. I'm up against some big heavy hitters over there. Thanks, Joyce. I appreciate it. And I think that's it, everybody. I know it's a couple of minutes early, and I appreciate you. Georgie's throwing tomatoes at Nightbot. All right, Giovanna, she's in the car. Join Discord. We have so much fun. Yes, Donna. Before I even go, Donna, I'm still waiting for FedEx to bring me my bread. I am still waiting. So anyway, thank you for sitting through this. I know I fumbled through it. We will get better. We are working on applique and scan and cut. Yay. Because I am so excited about that scan and cut and I wish I just had more time. Thank you, Laura. Oh, Donna, you're so funny. All right, everybody, go find somebody good to watch. Joe, let's see, tonight is Thursday night. So we have Tasha's on tonight. Tasha's on at 9. There's several channels that are on at 9. Tomorrow we have Joe. Joe goes on. Vintage Style by Joe goes on at 10. And then Deb will be on at 3. I don't know why I said 4, but Deb will be on at 3. And we will see you all later. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all be blessed. Thank you. Bye. Stop it, Mona. Stop it.